Without further ado, I feel like the one thing that has like everybody in a chokehold these days is contour. And like contouring the nose, contouring the cheeks. So that's what we're gonna start off our beginner series here with on YouTube, with contouring the face. We're gonna contour everywhere you can possibly contour. I'm gonna give you some product recommendations. And just let you know like what you need to know about contouring. So if you are interested, if you want to know how to snatch your face up, like I feel like contouring is like really the place you want to start. If you really trying to snatch that face back, then just keep watching. I want you guys to know there are two different types of products that you can use to contour. You can use a cream contour or a powder contour, and the difference is obvious. One is in a powder form, one is in a cream form. I personally feel like for beginners, a cream is easier to use because creams tend to be easier to blend out. You can even use like a darker color concealer or foundation. So say if you have like a foundation that's like way too dark for you, you could use that to contour as well. The product that I'm actually going to use today to contour is a cream bronzer by ABH. This is their Hazelnut bronzer. A powder option if you guys are looking for one, this is the Fenty Sunstalker powder bronzer. I really enjoy this bronzer. I use the shade Cocoa Naughty. We're gonna start with the nose because I feel like that's the place where everybody just be like, I want my nose to be sun. One thing that is really important to note is highlighting and contouring kind of go hand in hand. So if you're gonna contour your face, you're gonna kind of need to highlight it at the same time so you don't just have all these shadows on your face and no like areas to highlight. I'm gonna walk you through it. I like to use a brush and a flat brush to be specific to apply my contour on my nose because I feel like it just is a little bit more precise. I'm gonna start by making a line down one side of my nose and I'm gonna follow it along like where my nostril kind of separate. Well, mine doesn't actually separate, so this contour is actually gonna help kind of give it a little bit of like separation. But you know how some people's nose have that little like indent there, you know? This contouring for me, the reason why I drag it all the way down my nose like that is because it's gonna kind of give me the illusion of that because I don't naturally have it. You want to bring this up as well. Get the other side because that's where the product is. And let it meet right under your brow. And then I'm gonna do the other side. Okay. So now that I have my contour on my nose, I can then go in and apply highlight to my nose. So this is the same concealer I used under my eyes. It's the Instant Age Rewind. So this is the shade Tan. And I'm just gonna be dragging it down the center of my nose. I just start to kind of just pat in that contour on the side. Just pat it in. You're not doing any vigorous like rubbing motions here. You're just lightly tapping on top of it and that should like help it to start to blend in. Okay, so you see like the sides, like they have this shadow now, but I kind of cleaned up like that harsh line is no longer there. Again, I'm doing the same motion here where I'm just patting. I'm not doing any harsh like rubbing or anything. Now our last step of contouring our nose is our setting powder. I've just take some setting powder on my sponge here and I am just going to drag it down the side of my nose. I'm being careful to not go over that line of like contour that I created though. And you want to make it match, so you see how it's like a little bit heavier up here. I'm gonna do the same on this side. You could also use a brush to do this. I find like a brush is sometimes like more precise. And then I'm gonna just take a bit and go down the center of my nose. And now we're gonna move on to the cheeks. So to contour our cheeks, I'm gonna use the same. I'm using an ABH. And you can do this like with a bigger powder brush or you can use like a smaller brush. I like to use something, if I'm really trying to get like a chiseled look, something that's like a little bit more like defined, like chiseled of a shape. You want the majority of the contour and the deepness of the color to like rest right here, like further back on your face. And it should gradually sort of like fade out as it comes in. Like the top of your ear, so if you place your brush right here, like that's about where you should start. And I just like to draw a line in. And again, like I said, this is like when I want like a nice chiseled look. And so now I'm just gonna take a big brush to blend it out. So I'm starting up here again, same place where we applied the majority of it. And you just kind of want to like start to like blot it out, blend it out. You want like this like jawline to be rocking, okay? So you're just gonna I'm taking the same brush, a little bit less than what I use on my cheeks, and I'm gonna just like bring it down on my cheek, on my chin or jawbone. So just down here, and you're just gonna like blend that out. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder, and I use the shade number 3 Dark. And you see that I picked up a lot. I'm just gonna make a line right there. It's gonna fade out, it's fine. You don't need any more than this. You're gonna let this chill here just the same way you're gonna let this nose do its thing. And then we're gonna do the same thing here. Now we're going to do our forehead. And this is for those of us that have a 5 head. I don't have a 5 head, but you know, I mean, I might do it. Rock your 5 head and be proud of it. That just means you probably got more brains than the rest of us. I just put a little bit of contour on it, and you're just doing it around the perimeter. Now you see how like automatically that created like a harsh line, like it's there. You got a blender because we had our concealer right here, remember? And now we just put that, you got a blender. So we're just taking this brush that we used to blend out our cheeks. And I would say with this, you want to brush back. So it's like more of a tapping motion, but you're brushing back. If you start to like brush in and pull that in, you're gonna make your forehead seem like super tiny. We have done our forehead. You see we blended that out really nicely. It doesn't take long for your forehead at all. I feel like that's probably like the easiest thing to contour. So yeah, we have contoured our face essentially. Like she's snatched, jawline is there, we've highlighted. So now I'm going to finish applying the rest of my makeup. I've been loving like when I do my hair lately to like pin it up in pin curls for like an hour or two, because I just get like the like biggest, bounciest, waviest, not wavy, but like just so much volume. This is our face, y'all. This is how we have contoured our face. So you see we have like a chisel in the cheek. Our chin, like I said, you might have been thinking like, girl, that's not gonna do nothing. It did a little something. And you saw what I meant like by this powder, like it didn't leave any like sort of like, it left something. Like it's supposed to leave something. It's supposed to leave like a lighter tone to kind of have a contrast to that contour that you just put on. So it's like all about creating that shadow and then creating the highlight at the same time. If there are any other like beginner things that you guys are interested in and you want me to do a full talk through on them, let me know. Drop a comment below, and if it's something I can do, I will definitely like either do it on here or Instagram. Make sure you follow me on there because I'm gonna be posting a lot of beginner content on there as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know y'all like, when will she stop touching my hair? I probably won't. And I will see you guys next time.